Today we're going to take a look at our Black series. We developed it specifically for professional vehicle detailers. This includes our 3 most important polishes and the matching sealants. Of course, for all the polishes, we also have the appropriate pads for the sealants as well. Today, we want to focus on the polishes we have. First, let's start with the S2 Black Extra Heavy Cut. Then we come to our next one, which is the S20 Black One-Step Polish. Then we also have our S30 Plus as a swirl remover or as a finishing polish. Basically, our one-step S20 Black polish is more than enough in most situations to achieve an excellent result. The name Black for our detailer series originates from the fact that we developed it on black paintwork. Especially on solid black finishes, we encounter the highest level of difficulty in achieving a perfect result. We always named our polishes based on their cutting performance. The lower the number, the coarser the polish. That's why we have the S2 as a powerful heavy cut compound, the S20 as a medium compound, and the S30 as a great finishing polish. So all you need with all 3 polishes, even with the heavy cut compound, we have no dust formation. Wiping off is really easy, and you can work them for a long time, which makes them great for polishing large surfaces with our products. With an S at the beginning, like S2 Black, these are pure abrasive compounds. That means we do not have any fillers, like waxes or anything else, that could potentially settle into scratches or minor defects and affect the final result. Thanks to the aluminum oxide, we achieve a purely physical removal and create the smooth surfaces that provide the brilliant shine. As a system manufacturer, we're one of the few companies worldwide that produce high-quality polishes and pads entirely in-house. This allows us to perfectly match each pad to our specific polish formulations. A huge number of different factors come into play here. First, there's the compression hardness of the sponge, then the size of the individual pores, or rather the density of the pores. For example, we've developed our spider technology here, which allows us to achieve even more material removal because we can get more polishing compound onto the surface where it can do its job. By selecting the right pad for the appropriate polish, you can achieve truly enormous increases in efficiency. Especially thanks to the automotive industry, we have seen an incredible depth of development in this area. This way, we achieve top results in the shortest possible time. Since different pads can often be used, depending on the application, we have included a pad recommendation with corresponding color symbols right here on our bottle, depending on whether you are using a rotary or an orbital machine, and whether you are working with fresh paint or used paint. Here we have a paint surface with some average everyday scratches, some noticeable scratches from water spots, and a few isolated, rather deep scratches. Now we have 2 options that we can choose from. The first would be a 2-step system. First, we would begin with our S2 Black Extra Heavy Cut, and as next step, we would then use our S30 Plus as the finishing polish. Alternatively, with our S20 Black, we can achieve an optimal finish and remove most scratches in just 1 step. We're going to compare that here on both sides. Let's start with the S20 Black on the right side together with our purple pad. Here we also have the spider technology. We have a medium compression hardness and a relatively fine pore structure. With the S20 Black and the purple spider pad, we have the perfect combination for a free spinning extender machine to achieve a high level of removal and also a perfect shine. Now, on the other side, we'll start by working with the S2 Black Extra Heavy Cut using our Navy Spider pad. Here we also use our spider technology for increased cutting performance. In addition, This pad features a very hard foam with a dense pore structure, which allows us to achieve an optimal gloss when using the S2 Black with a free-spinning dual-action polisher. The compound can also be used with a rotary polisher for even higher cutting power. So here we've applied our S20 Black as a one-step paste, and here we've used our S20 Black extra heavy cut. And now we can clearly see that we've actually achieved a very clean result here. The overall gloss could certainly be a bit better, but for an extra heavy cut compound, we already have a truly nice, impressive shine here. Now, we can still clearly see some of the deeper, more significant scratches in certain places, but most of the fine wash scratches are completely gone. In terms of the overall gloss, you can definitely say that we've achieved a much higher level of shine here, but here we are still very good. For the black paint or for dark paint, we're already getting very close to the level of gloss, which is really impressive for such a coarse compound. Now, we're going to use the S30 Plus to bring out the maximum shine as an anti-hologram or finishing polish together with the orange pad. The pad is medium hard but has a very fine pore structure, making it ideal for the S30 Plus. Using the free spinning dual action polisher, we can achieve the best possible finish here. Here we clearly see that on the left we have a slightly deeper shine than on the right. Regarding scratches, we see quite well that the deep scratch is still present, and you also see some isolated deeper scratches that remain. We've managed to remove them completely, but for a one-step polish, the result is really great, especially compared to before. You can almost completely remove wash scratches, and on top of that, you get a truly brilliant shine.